Hey guys, it's Alyson and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be telling you the time that KIAN LAWLEY came and surprised me at my house. It was the most craziest experience and everything that's happening now is just so wild and crazy, and I'm so happy where my life is now. I thought I just had to start that off by saying that because obviously this was a dream I had. This was a dream. This is a dream. This was from a dream. And I have to say that so many times because I got a lot of comments saying, "Oh my god, did this really happen? Oh my god, do you still have his number? Oh my god, is this real?" From my last story time that I made from Ethan Dolan when I met him. From my last story time that I made from Ethan Dolan when I met him in California, that was also as well a dream. So this is just a dream that I had a few nights ago and I wrote it all down, and I think you guys would really enjoy it. So just go ahead and keep on watching. So here are all the details here in my phone. I woke up that morning like I did in my last story time, wrote everything down super quick so I didn't forget anything. And it's just about as long as my last one. But okay, that might be actually a little bit longer. There is kind of sort of a part 2 to this story time, but I wrote it down in a different one because I felt like if I put that part 2 in this one, it'd be way too long, and I really don't want to make this video that long. This beginning part is true. Just want to throw that out there, like this actually was real life happened to me. So when I met JC Kalen, I gave him my number. I met him in August. He was doing, what was that for? He was just doing like a meet and greet. It was in New Jersey, so I drove like 2 hours to go see him with my cousin. She came as well. I made a tweet that said, "I just met JC Kalen and gave him my number, LOL." And then after that, he followed me on Twitter. KIAN was already following me from a follow spree that they had for a certain amount of followers. I think they had, I think when they hit 4 million, they did like this huge follow spree. So that's when KIAN started following me first. And then after this meet and greet, that's when JC then followed me. So that part is true. Now this is from my dream. So months later, you know, nothing ever happened. I make YouTube videos and always would because I love them, and JC was actually the one that inspired me to make videos. I got a lot of inspiration and motivation from him because I loved watching him. I loved Gen X Pen, I loved That's Jack, and this one girl named Jessica, Music Vid Buds. I don't even know where she is. She just like completely fell off the face of the earth, but I watched them a lot and I really liked what they were doing, so I wanted to do it too. So that's when I really got started. I actually also watched KIAN and Sam for a little bit, but everybody was so much more attracted to Sam because he had the abs and the long hair and whatever, but I like always loved KIAN. I guess it's just, you know, meant to be. And I didn't do them for getting money. Obviously one day I want to move to LA, meet YouTubers, collab, film with them and whatnot, which is true. Like I want to move to California. I want to be a YouTuber. As you guys know, I am a hairdresser full-time, and I would love to do that on the side so that I could make videos with all these different people and become friends with them and yada yada whatever. And then randomly I get an Instagram follow and a DM from KIAN himself. I was so confused and happy at the same time, so I just kind of rolled with it. He said, "As oddly as it sounds, I heard you met JC back in August. We, for some reason, were talking about it today and said he met this girl he thought I would find it really intriguing. So how are you?" With a smiley face. And I'm like, and it literally says, I was mind blown. I was mind blown. I always wanted this to happen to me, but never thought it would. So of course I acted chill and cool. So I wasn't just another fan to him. We both enjoyed making YouTube videos and listening to the same music, so we talked about that a lot. Oh. So you live in the East Coast, correct?
Yeah, right in good old Pennsylvania.
All right, I see it. That's not too far. Winky face.
I mean, 5-hour plane ride, but who's keeping count?
I want to see you. Excuse me? In capital letters.
Well, Mr. Lawley, that might be harder than you think.
Why is that?
I don't just have all this money to come see you and request off for my job and spend a week with you.
I'll make something happen. Whoa. So right here, things are going a little crazy. I just met you and you're saying, I want to see you. And then it goes on and it says, like it kind of like flashes back to Kian and JC like talking about that day, and it pretty much says, like I wrote it down but it's too long, so it pretty much says like Kian and JC were just like talking about that day. For some reason I think they were saying like, oh, I want to go like laser tagging again, and JC like mentioned how awesome it was to go like laser tagging with all his fans, which I could have done that, but I bought my tickets way too early, and it like pops in his head like JC's like, oh my gosh, and this girl gave me her number but she was really attractive and really pretty. And Kian goes, let me see, do you have a picture? Do you remember who it was? And he's like, of course I remember who it was. I think you'd really like her. So that's when JC shows Kian like my picture, and he's like, do you know her name? Do you know who she is? Like, what is this? Who is this girl? So so pretty much then Kian like stalked my whole everything, because JC's like, well, she has a YouTube channel, here's her first name, I just followed her on Twitter. Kian literally like stalked my whole entire Twitter, my Instagram, my YouTube, everything. And then that's when he decided to DM me. So now we're back in the real time. We go about getting each other's numbers, so it's easier. Classic. We talked every day as much as we could, and the one night he wanted to FaceTime, you best believe it took 2 hours for me to look snatched. I hate that word so much, actually. Wow, I hate myself. So I told him I worked till 5 and then I have to go to the gym, and then we could FaceTime. Because, you know, I'm not just gonna drop everything I do for this guy, you know, I still got to do me. So now I'm home and I'm looking all effortlessly cute. Then it starts to say FaceTime call, KIAN LAWLEY. At this point I'm thinking for a second, like, is this seriously happening to me? Like, an ordinary girl like me finally being able to meet the guy of my dreams. I've been admiring Kian from afar for a while, so now that he wants to meet me, I'm dead inside. So we talked on FaceTime for 4 hours straight. He met my mom and my dad, my dog, and we even sang together. I caught him just staring at me in awe a few times, but I let it slide as I did the same. After our FaceTime call, it was a month later. I love this whole, you know, month later shit. Still talking every day as much as we can despite our time zones. So now it was an ordinary day. I was getting home from work after a long 9 to 3 day of cutting hair. I noticed as I'm driving down the road, seeing my house in the distance, a strange car. And not a car I'm familiar with. I keep on driving now, minding my own business as I pull into my driveway. It says a rental car in the back. Both my brother and sister have their own houses now, which is also true. And they weren't over visiting either. Who could this be? I say in my mind. Maybe my mom has someone visiting she didn't tell me about. My mom and dad are home, so that's really the only reason. I grab my stuff and walk in my house nonchalantly. My dog greets me in the hallway, tail wagging and all like he always does. I head my way to the kitchen as I say with a sudden pause, hey guys, how was your... I feel like I could be an actor, but I'd be like trying too hard. I don't know. I turn my head into the family room and see the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. A sight for sore eyes. Something a small iPhone screen could never put into beauty. It was Kian standing there, right there, talking to my parents like it's nothing. I'm in complete shock. I can't even move an inch. I'm just staring at him, beginning to cry. I raise my hands to my mouth and my knees hit the floor so hard I felt like I shook the whole house. Kian comes running over to me and gives me the biggest, best hug I've been waiting for months. So this time, I think it was in a mix of like 3 months that him and I were talking. We haven't met. My last like one with Ethan, I think it was like I met him and then like a month later like he came back or something. I don't know, I just think it's funny. So this one has a little bit more of a timeline. It's not crazy.
What? How? Why? When?
So I contacted your parents I told them I needed to meet you. I talked to them for hours and then they said, you have changed our daughter. She talks about you nonstop. We believe you're the one for her. More tears. Your mom called your work. She told you have a special visitor for the week and so you can have off work from Thursday till Saturday so that we can go explore.
Kian, I'm just so happy you're even here. You even surprised me. I'm so over the moon happy.
We continued to stand there, hugging without a care in the world. I knew that if I said I wanted to visit you, you would turn it down, telling me your work is more important and you can't afford to take off any days. So I had to do something about it. What a little angel. I look like I have like 7 necks because of my choker. I had so many ideas on where I wanted to take Kian to see my hometown and my favorite places to go. We decided to go to one of the main cities to go explore around. On the ride there and back, we just talked about each other's lives. Since we did know very little about each other, we were just so comfortable. As the rest of the week went on, we were getting to know each other more and more. By the last day that he was here, which was Sunday, Saturday night, we decided to go to the nicest restaurants that PA has. And they're really not that nice. The nicest would probably be like an Olive Garden or something. But I didn't know where the place was like in my dream, so I just didn't write one. But let's just pretend it's like a really nice 5-star restaurant. Okay, bye. We got dressed up. We walked in the restaurant hand in hand and took our table. He sneaked a quick he sneaked a quick pic of me not paying attention and posted it on Snapchat. I promised him I wouldn't be fan crazy and post about him all over social media since we weren't really anything at the moment. Like nobody really knows that like he is here in my town right now. Like him and I are something. Or I don't know, like are we? We'll have to keep reading. I had to go to the bathroom and I wanted to take a mirror selfie in the bathroom. I noticed Kian just posted on a story, so I wondered what it was because it was literally like 5 minutes ago. I opened it up and it was me. No one else could tell it was me, but I knew. I never thought I'd see the day that Alyson Erbach would be on the Snapchat of KIAN LAWLEY. Oh my gosh. I knew this guy was going to give me a whirlwind of life and I was ready for it. Okay, a whirlwind of life. All right. I took a really cute picture, posted on Snapchat, and went back to the table. Come with me.
What?
Come with me to LA. Stay with me for a month.
Kian.
So dramatic. What? You know you would love it.
My job, Kian. I'd be making no money.
You will not have to pay for a single thing with me. It's understandable, Alyson. Trust me. I've already talked to your job. You're leaving with me next month. I was shocked, but incredibly happy at the same time.
Okay, I'll do it.
We get our dinner and enjoy it till the very last bite. We get in our car and head for home. As we're driving home, we are jamming out so hard to the music on my phone. Us singing together is just such a dream. We get to the driveway and he turns off the car and just stares at me.
What are you thinking about?
You're just so beautiful. I never thought I'd find someone like you, but I'm so glad I did.
Kiss me.
After that, my whole mind went blank. Everything about that moment was perfect. I knew this guy was going to be more to me than I've ever known. And then I woke up. I know, such a cliffhanger. So the part 2 of this story, I've dreamt about like a very long time ago, but I wrote it down. And so recently when I had this dream, I was like, oh my gosh, like that would be so perfect for a part 1. And then that dream I had a really long time ago would be perfect for like a part 2. So if you guys want to hear a part 2, then just comment down below, let me know, and I will make another video for the part 2. But these story times are just so much fun to make and you guys seem to really enjoy them, even though they are just a dream and they haven't really ever happened yet. I have way too high hopes for myself, but it's fine. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be on the lookout for more videos coming soon. I post every Monday. Make sure you guys like this video. It really helps me out. And don't forget to subscribe so you know every single time that I post. Make sure you guys tag and share this video to Kian, or just share it anyways because I want him to see it. It'd be so funny for him to see it. I think he would really enjoy it, but he probably gets these all the time. But make sure you guys share this video to your friends and family that would really enjoy seeing something like this. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!